Hey Patreon, this is Prometheus once again, guys. I want to thank you for your support on my Patreon account. I want to go ahead and break down the next couple formations out of this Seattle Seahawks playbook. It's got a lot of great formations that are basically shotgun formations. So we're going to be taking a look at the gun wing slot offset as our base formation. Now, guys, you're only going to get. I'm going to basically post on my YouTube channel all the pass plays. So this is going to, once we get into this video a little bit later, I'm going to be cutting up videos from my YouTube channel, my public free posts, but you guys are going to get my running scheme out of this. This is actually a really good play. I love it a lot. It's got a lot of great stuff in it. You got a jailbreak screen is a play. I don't necessarily like that because there's no man read, so you can get yourself in some big trouble, but it is a good play to go and jump into if you're running against a guy running a lot of cover 4. As far as the audible for the running game, you've got the inside zone as your audible. So the other two plays I'm going to call if I'm not passing the ball, I'm basically going to call either power O or the 0-1 trap, which has always been very good. So we're going to run this against just basically random zone defenses. 0-1 trap, really what you want to do is you want to stay on the inside of the pulling guard and just follow the center. Generally the center is going to show you the direction you want to go with it. So let's just go ahead and pop this play again, wait for the center to go ahead and get to the next level right there. So block shedding right now with this this team. Let's see here, but you can see I'm able to pick up some good yards with that defensive front right there. So all you're gonna do is just run right behind the center. He's gonna show you the way. As you can see right here, really easy yards. All right, so guys, going to go and jump into the next running play, which basically is going to be the power O, and it plays like it plays like a typical power O. The thing is that now you want to be running behind the tackle opposed to the center. So you're going to run behind the tackle, and everything's going to be kicked off to the right side. But what's going to happen is you'll be able to go ahead and get a fairly good outside. So I was holding my turbo, I missed my hold, but you could see right there, really good blocking off the edge, and it's a shotgun formation, so it's a unique look. You don't really see a lot of these type of looks where you have really effective running games out of shotgun. Even though you've got 2 tight ends set, it's just really cool. I love this set a lot. So I've got a good 5 yards right there, and one of these runs I'm going to pop for some big yards. So let's see if we can get that. Nope, not yet. Just going against random defenses. Gonna watch that right tackle. He's gonna tell me where I'm gonna go inside or out. He tells me to go in, so I'm able to pick up a good 9 yards. Now if you're coming out of shotgun formations, you're picking up 9 yards of the running game. This is definitely to drive your opponent crazy. He's gonna be able to open up a lot of things right here. So you see, look at this, got a lot of pancakes right there, and able to go and get a nice touchdown. So let's go into the inside zone. This is going to be good if your opponent really starts shifting his guys off to the left to try to protect against that power O. You got the set like that, and all you're going to do is just going to go ahead and just run it off the seam right there, off the left hand side with this run. So let's see here. I probably wouldn't run against a stack like box like that, but basically that's going to be the area we're going to go with. So usually I'd actually check out of that if I got a stack box, but your opponent, based on that, he's not going to go ahead and go with a total passing type defense. He's probably going to come out of a 3-4 or 4-3, set up his elaborate blitzes, and that's when you can go and attack him with these type of runs, so you can be very effective with it. So guys, I'm going to be jumping into basically the rest of the plays broken down. In particular, we're going to be taking a look at the stick and nod verts. I like that particular play. That play is very effective. You can attack your opponent either on the right side or left side with the stick and nod verts right here. The way I set it up is going to be more of kind of a levels concept. The other play we're going to take a look at is going to be the wheel post drag. That post is deadly. It's going to get really good separation. It's all the focus is going to be off on the left hand side, so that's why you have to have a good complement play that's going to go ahead and help that out. And then the two audibles we're going to take a look at passing audibles is going to be Ohio spacing and also play action double posts. So these are going to be the plays we're going to go jump into. So once again, guys, I really appreciate support. I'm going to try to roll out all this content well in advance so you guys have it first before my YouTube community gets it. So once again, thank you for your support, and let's go ahead and jump into the rest of this breakdown. Stick and not vertical, and what I do like about it is that this particular play has got unique routes that you can't audible into, so that gives you a lot of flexibility. The routes are unique, they're a little bit glitchy, and it gives you an opportunity to go ahead and attack your opponent for some big yards and also force them to defend the flats and the sidelines. So we're going to go ahead and go with stick and not vertical. There's basically two ways to run this particular play, and I'll show you both ways. We're going to use an open pass concept where basically we're going to look for the open field. I'm not going to try to pre-read the defense. I'm just going to go ahead and put the ball where I think where I want to go ahead and attack it. But so we're going to go use just random cover 2, cover 3s, cover 4s. Basically two ways I'll run this offense. The first way is if I want to attack to the right side of the field, I'm going to go ahead and take my slot receiver Richardson, who's on a deep corner route. I'll put him on a drag route, and I'm going to make my progressions from right to left. And this is a level concept going across the right hand side, and then you also have an out and up with Wilson at number 2 wide receiver. Now the other way I can run it is going to be to the left side. What I'll do is I'll take Baldwin, who's my number 1 wide receiver. I'm going to put him on an out, and I'm going to take my inside receiver Graham, and I'm actually going to put him on a drag route, and that provides me a little bit more flexibility with this play, so my opponent really can't pick up on tendencies. So now he's going to have to basically defend both concepts. He can't use Mabel coverage against you because you can set him up for a big play. So let's just go with the right side of the field first. Now the first person I'm going to read is going to be Graham, and if the defender that's over Graham basically falls up, generally I can hit that sideline route. I can nail it right away. My next read is going to be Wilson, Richardson, and then Baldwin. Baldwin is my trailing route going off to the right hand side. So if a defender doesn't fall out, I'm going to go ahead and just immediately just go ahead and roast him for an easy gainer if the defender doesn't fall in the area. So this is my first read, my read that I'm basically looking at. I'm looking at this defender right here, and if he doesn't fall down into the flat, he doesn't play man coverage, I'm going to go ahead and attack this route, because generally there's not going to be a defender that can get out there quick enough with this glitchy route. So basically I'll go ahead and pop that, and look, I'm picking up a good 10 yards on a fast, like he can't hit me with any kind of pressure whatsoever. He's not going to, I'm just going to basically get rid of the ball and get easy yards from that. Now my next progression is going to be this out and post route, which is my tight end number 2. Sometimes he'll get past the coverage, and then I've got a dragging route on the back side of this that I can go and hit. So let's just go ahead and run it a couple more times, going to the right side of the field. So one quick adjustment, so you can definitely get rid of the ball. And if nobody falls into the, I could have took the fast read, but why I have this drag route over here is that it provides me basically kind of a sail concept that it allows me to go ahead and if the defender actually goes and attacks this guy, or he uses this guy, I got a quick drag that I can go and hit over the middle, or actually in this void of the defense that I can attack. And as you can see right there, I picked up another 7 yards with this particular play. And the trailing guy right here is just a 4th read. I'm never going to really look to him. He's just pulling defenders down. Occasionally I can go and pop this big route right here over the middle, depending on the coverage that we run into. So if the defender doesn't float in the area, you've also got this out and up over the middle of the field. So if he starts using his guy down, basically you can go ahead and hit the middle of the field with the out and up. You'll see that open up and get really naked on the backside too. So let's see here. So you can see this guy right here. If he's using down, he's trying to take away these crossing routes. He's got another guy out here. I basically could have hit different areas, but you can see the middle of the field is going to be wide open. Now against cover 2, the mid zone, the yellow mid zone essentially will play this. So sometimes this route will get taken away from you, especially if he's using a deep blue. Sometimes if it's a deep blue, you might be able to pass lead it below, but as you can see, you've got another crossing route that comes over the middle that if he's actually using a guy trying to defend away a drag, you can always pop this guy on the backside. Now, what's great about this particular play is that you can run it 2 different ways. So the other way I like to do it is I like to go ahead and take my outside receiver Baldwin, I put him on an out route, and I'm going to go ahead and drag up Graham. So he might run into something like kind of a defense where he'll run into maybe a cover 6 or something like that to put a hard flat out there to take away the Graham route. Now you can attack it off the left-hand side. Now the first place I'm going to go is going to be off coverage. I'm going to go and hit that quick out. That's going to be the first area that I'm going to go with this play. So if my opponent is not defending the flat, I'm forcing him to go ahead and take care of those quick outs. So this is a play designed to attack your opponent very fast in the outs, and that's going to be the area. So let's see, your defender actually falls down. And if I should have just waited a little bit longer. So let's just go ahead, and I wanted to try to get rid of that ball fairly quick, but let's see here. Now this is going to be my first area. Press coverage, the defender actually comes down and bites. Now I've got levels concept going on the back side here, and essentially it's going to be a high-low. I decided this defender is actually floating up, but I've got a deep corner on the back side. Generally you'll get the separation, and he actually would have been a better gain if I didn't dump it down. But if you want to go with a high percentage pass, that's why you got the crossing route. Now you can't play basically coverage on both sides. He has to focus on both on the other side too. A quick out, drag route. And you can see right here that out in post routes, it's like a little zig route. That's actually going to get you some really good separation. So if your opponent goes into some kind of cover 2, you can definitely go ahead and get really huge plays against him if he's not paying attention, especially if you've got a tight end that actually catches it. So it's a good way to go and attack your opponent. Well, another thing too is that you've got this route right here that will bounce if you wait. So if your opponent really starts like he's trying to protect against you, or he's using some kind of basically a zone coverage, this is going to be one of those routes that basically you just wait, and eventually he's going to release and bounce up as a deep post route, and you can get a 30-yard gainer right there. So that's basically one of those. That's why I like complementing a lot of my routes with quick outs, because these routes do bounce up and they'll give you an opportunity to generate more yards down the field. So we're going to take a look at the wing post drag. This is going to be basically 3 reads. You have maybe a 4th read with the underneath route, but it's all focusing off on the left-hand side, so you got to be cognizant of that. But it's really good if you actually if you throw in some running plays out of this formation, and then you jump into this to go ahead and attack your opponent up for some big plays. So we're going to use the wing post drag. We're going to run this against just random cover 2, cover 3, cover deep zone coverages. Alright, so basically with this play we're going to make 3 progressions and just get rid of the and either take off the quarterback. You might basically get to a 4th progression with the check and release or with the running back, but it's probably not going to happen. So our first area we're going to take a look at is going to be Richardson. He's going to be the area we're going to go and dump the ball down. Now against man coverages, generally if it's like a blitz, a 0 blitz, he should get fairly good separation, and you should be able to go and get a big play out of that. The next area we're going to take a look at is Wilson. This crossing route should get a separation from man coverage, and he should fall into a little zone where you can dump the ball off. And our third area that we're going to take a look at is Baldwin. Now this is going to be where the big money's at, and you'll be feeling the need that you want to go ahead and hit this play and look for it only, but you do want to look at your other routes first before you go ahead and take this play, because this is going to be a 30-yard gainer. So basically what we have right here is we have the crossing route right here. This is cover 2, and no defenders are in the area, and I was able to go ahead and pick up a nice 1-play touchdown against cover 2. But what we're going to do is going to show you instant replay at how I go ahead and make my progressions with this particular play. The first play I'm going to go ahead player I'm going to look at is right here. So if it's man coverage, basically what I'm going to do is I can actually pop this guy. Generally if it's a 0 blitz, he should be open for a huge gainer. But you can see right here is a switch, cover 2 chuck, and he's still wide open. I probably could have popped that because it was a hard flat, but really the better route of the 2, as you can see, I got this crossing route. This is the next area I'm going to go and look at. The next route right here was this guy right here, and I was able to go ahead and pop him and get a nice touchdown out of it because there was no blue zone. So against cover 2, this play is just really going to depth. So we're going to look at that route on the back side. As you can see right here, I'm able to go ahead and complete him on a sideline right there for a big completion. So you really want to try to focus on that right side, and then also you've got this post route that's just crazy. It gets really good separation that you're going to have. You've got this crossing route by the tight end, so if nobody falls in the area, just take the check down. It's going to be a fast release. So you can hit the wheel. That's going to be an area of the field that you can basically go and attack too. But that post route, the post route is going to be where the big money's at. You've also got this route, or the crossing route by the tight end. So this is a really good play to go ahead and jump into. You know, I like it because it's got the complementary routes. It's got this deep post route, and with the other plays I'm going to be showing to you guys in this scheme, it's going to be one of those plays that he's going to have a hard time stopping. And obviously you can go ahead and check it down to the running back if your opponent's not coming after you. So I definitely recommend you guys going ahead and take a look at this particular play. It's going to be a good opportunity for you to go and tack those seams, stretch the ball a little bit deeper against your opponent, and with the other two plays, or the other plays I'll be showing you ways to go ahead and attack your opponent at the flats where he's got to defend the sidelines. So to my subscribers, once again, thank you for your support. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys actually picked up on this. We'll be going ahead and talking about one of our base audibles that we can jump into, which is going to be Ohio spacing. I like this particular play against anybody that's going to be spamming cover 4, or if they're going to be using a lot of press coverage. It allows me to attack the middle of the field. I've got a quick out. I've also got a unique release with the outside wide receiver, and then I've got a good way to go and attack cover 4 with it. So if you guys are new to my channel, you're looking for daily tips to take your game to the next level, add diversity to your play call selection, add more plays to your playbook, make sure you hit the subscribe and the notification icon. So Ohio spacing, we're going to just run this particular play against random coverages. Let's take a look at deep cover 4, and house is really glitchy against cover 4. So basically cover 4 defense. Now with this particular play, the only adjustment I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take the running back. He's on a little wing route right now. I'm going to put him on a wheel route, and what's cool about this particular wing route is that it doesn't get covered by a defender unless your opponent actually does some kind of a hybrid coverage, or he actually does underneath coverage. So let's see here right now, basically no defender falls in the area and not getting rid of the ball. Let's go ahead and try that again. So cover 4, and as you can see, the defender doesn't actually go and attack this running back route right here. So if you got a guy that's running a lot of cover 4, which is a high probability that's going to happen, is you can attack him with this route, because his defender will not fall in that area. It's going to go and take that hook route. Now if he does a hard flat, basically that hook route will be wide open, because the hard flat's going to come across and allow you to go ahead and attack the hook routes on the backhand side. So that's something you want to go ahead and take in consideration. So let's just go ahead and jump into another play and make reads from there. All right, so against random defenses, basically what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and just take the running back route. The running back route shouldn't get picked up against a lot of random coverages, especially cover 4. As you can see right there, I'm picking up major yards with that. If he's not sending guys after me, I can pretty much deliberately do that. You've also got this quick outs. That's going to be an opportunity. They know also if he does a cover 2, that route off the right hand side is going to be an area they're going to look at. So this allows you to go and attack your opponent in different areas of the field. So we got this route right here. Defender actually floats out and takes it away, but then with my progressions, I've got this route that should be wide open, and then against the cover 2 shell, I've got the out right here, and then I can go ahead and just do a pass lead. I think I got rid of the ball already. Yeah, it's already in the air. That's why the defender's actually defending it. If I pass lead off to the left-hand side, I could pop that. Now against man coverage, if he uses a zero blitz, this route generally, if it gets a release, that's going to be a one-play touchdown against a zero blitz. So he can't use zero blitzes against you, because he's going to give up touchdowns for that. So this is a really good play to go and jump into. If he's not using the right coverage assignments, you could just pop this running back route on the backhand side. Cover 4 is getting spammed online right now, so this is something definitely to have in your basically your repertoire. You've got obviously this opportunity to go and attack your opponent with a cover 2 beater. So right there, just get rid of the ball a little bit late. And you can obviously go and hit this corner, this out route 2, or just look for the middle. The only guy that I'm probably not going to look to is maybe Graham, if anybody falls to the running back route. But the running back route is going to be where you're going to basically get your big money from. We're going to take a look at the play action double post, and we're going to run this against random zone coverages: zone cover 2, cover 3, cover 4. All right, so with this particular play, it is one of your base audibles. So play action doubles post, you can jump into this. So if you're using other types of schemes, you can, or other types of plays, you can jump into this really quick. The only adjustment that I make with this is, as you can see, he's a deep post route by Baldwin. I actually go ahead and put him on a drag route. That gives me a fast read in case my opponent is basically going ahead. He's got a lot of over-the-top coverage, and none of my deep reads are available to me. So that's going to be an area that I'm going to go against. So I've got the crossing route, but what's cool about this particular play is that this play gets really good separation against cover 2. You got a deep post that you can pick up a good 40 yards right there, and that's going to be one of the areas I'm going to look at. So I'm just doing open concept right here. Another area of the field that you can attack your opponent at is going to be this deep corner. So the defender actually just got out there in the nick of time, but that it works as a sail more than anything else. If he doesn't have a defender that actually falls out, I can check it down. But I've also got the ability to go and hit this corner route by Graham with really good depth if the defender doesn't fall in the area. So it's a really good it's a good complement to these route concepts that you have. So if you got an opponent that isn't really paying attention, you can hit this right here and actually force that in there. So you got a nice little corner route that you can go ahead and hit your opponent with. So let's go ahead and take a look at this in instant replay so you can see some of my reads and progressions. This is going to be our hot read. Basically go ahead and drop that down if the defenders are floating up. That's going to be a more consistent route, but as you can see, what's going to happen is that this guy comes crossing over. He's on the backside. That's another area that we're going to hit with the field at the next level. I've got this deep post route that basically I could have got rid of that a little bit early and got an easy completion, but I waited for the deep corner route to go and turn that up for some big yards. So I love this play because it does stretch, and if you complement this with plays like the stick and nod, and basically Ohio spacing, it's going to force your opponent to go ahead and play hard flats, play zones where he's actually defending the sidelines and the flats, and now this is going to give you an opportunity to go and pick up some monster yards over the middle with these reads and progressions. So once again, to my subscribers, guys, I really do appreciate your support. If you guys are new to my channel and you like this type of stuff, make sure you hit the like button. Just go ahead and click on that for me, and go ahead and subscribe if you want to go ahead and see this against live ranked opponents, basically in ranked games. So once again, thank you for your support, and until next time.